Welcome to Levyland with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Chris Abels, and Rob Sill. Episode number 5. We're going right through it today. And I had to run out quick today. I had to go get a haircut, which is, is always a pain in the ass. I finally had $100 bill on me, and I go to, give it to her. And she goes, we're not supposed to take hundreds because people give us fake ones. I go, it's real, believe me. And she marks the thing. I go, how does that work? And she goes, it's supposed to glow. And she goes, well, it's not glowing. I said, look, it's real. All right. You're not a fucking expert on this. You got my number. Just call me. I'm not going to fucking rob you for a fucking shitty haircut. Stop it. And just dealing with people all day. I go to the heritage store, right? I get 2 packs of cigarettes and cream for the coffee, right? And the lady goes to me, do you want a bag? And I was like, no, I'll just juggle it to my fucking car. I mean, you shouldn't have to ask those questions. If it's 1 pack of cigarettes or 2, yeah, just fucking hand it to me. But fucking don't make a big thing out of it like that, Oh, my God. But it's good to be back after. Did you have ice? Let's get the fucking shit out of the way right now because I just got here. Do you have ice?
I have ice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the guy finally came and fixed it, right?
No. He didn't come and fix it. I sent you a tweet. I bought a couple plastic ice trays for you, and I said, "Here you go, you old prick. I got to."
What the fuck is? Why don't you got a brand new refrigerator and you're fucking dumbing it down to the 70s again? I mean, why can't?
Is that not good enough? Before that's what you said. I said I'm waiting for the guy. You go, oh, I just get fucking ice trays.
I don't drink out of ice trays. Ice. Yeah. I don't. You know what I mean? What do you fucking think?
Now you're being fucking absurd.
No, I'm being absurd. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! You can't get the guy to come here and fix a brand new refrigerator. I mean, how much more do you want to take it up the? All right, maybe that's not the right thing to say to you. No, but I mean, look, just get the fucking thing fixed. This is just ridiculous that you live like this.
That I live like this.
I don't think
so fucking dramatic.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that hard to do, man. I'll send you like a YouTube video on how to do it.
I am not fucking around with the fucking
YouTube video, the new fucking mechanics and everything. You know what I mean? New doctors. It's I'm not gonna go to fucking YouTube how to fucking I can tell you how to put together that dishwasher. Fuck you. I'll fucking break the house down. It'll just explode with a gas fucking leak or something like that. I'm not touching any of that shit. I'm just tired of it, man. But fucking Rob, your picture last week, oh my God, I'm still having like nightmares about it. Did
it break the internet yet?
No, but I feel like I have dreams like I'm driving down the highway, a cop pulls me over and he's like, you have anything in your pocket? And I'm like, no. And I have that picture. And they just start clubbing me, calling me a son of a bitch, you piece of shit, you fucking child boy molester. How dare you have that picture? But look, everybody it's offensive. It really it's offensive to me and a lot of other people that your mom would actually put that up. And somebody made a great point. He had to go and get that film. She had to go get that film developed. She had to bring it to a store back then. Imagine bringing that in. And if it was today, they'd be like calling up the cops going, yeah, we got this lady. She's fucking dressing up these little kids like fags and they're touching each other. I don't know what's going on. Can you please send someone to her house?
Yeah. I could imagine the reaction of the person developing these photos.
Oh, I'll bet they jerked off. I bet it was like a 1-hour photo booth, and they were like, "Oh my God!" So there's probably copies of that.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it had to go be. It's not like today where you just take it and it's in your phone. Someone actually had to develop that.
Yeah, it's an hour photo it takes, right, to do. And the guy was like, "How to jerk off?" So he said, "Get here in an hour 10. I'll have it ready."
I needed that extra 10 minutes.
No, it's just like, it's unbelievable. Like people that used to work at the photo man, they only worked there to get naked pictures. It wasn't like you were in a little fucking outhouse, right? In the middle of a parking lot of big stores. And you would just drop off film to this fucking nerd who was whacking off to everything that we send them. It's different. Thank God those days are gone, And has your mother ever got any heat from that?
I don't think so. Not besides on Twitter, but she thought the show was funny.
Of course, it's fucking funny. You know what I mean? We're ripping apart her gay son that hasn't really came out of the closet all the fucking way. Yeah, but like we're gonna go to Chris's pictures today. Chris is bringing his when he was little. I just picture him to look like he'd be working like as a child. He's gonna look like he was working on the field like when he got older, because you know he's got that fucking look at me as what do you do at a stop sign kind of face.
Look at me, I have an extra chromosome.
So I got a little extra strength happening. So that's what they did when I was 12. They were like, go to work.
No, well, work. We'll get to your picture in a second. Fucking Rob got fired from his new job already. Can you fucking believe that?
Oh my God.
Already, Chris.
I didn't get fired.
You got fired.
No, I didn't.
Why do you think you're better than everyone else? You can't be fucking fired. Look at me. I'm Rob Saul. I leave. I never get fucking fired.
I didn't get fired.
Oh, gee, like your shit don't stink. Would you fucking cut it out?
I would tell you if I got fired.
You are
fucking bastard.
unbelievable that you can't be fucking honest and just say
I am being honest.
You were there for a fucking week and they fucking fired your ass.
You want to see the text messages between me and my boss?
You and your boy.
It's me quitting.
I don't look at porn like that either.
Was it because of the picture on Twitter and stuff?
No.
Yeah. What caused you to get fired? Just be honest.
I didn't go in and I told him that the job was very negative and draining and I didn't want to do it.
And the guy said, okay, faggot, I'll find somebody else. Go post your creepy little kid pictures. What's so negative about working at a bar? What's so negative?
It was just a negative energy. Everybody was nasty.
There was a lot of drunk people.
Yeah. Negative energy. It's like he was reading like fucking, you know what I mean? Their horoscopes. I mean, is that like what was wrong? Like people at the bar were harassing you?
No, it's just I didn't like the people I worked with. They had very bad attitude.
Like, what's a bad attitude at the bar?
They're like, oh, I got to go pour some drinks.
Oh, yeah. Look at me. I'm a servant.
Ice. I got to get you some ice.
Ice, Robbie.
There was too much ice around the bar. It was very negative energy.
They had the new machines, and it was just throwing me off.
Actually, I got fired for stealing ice from behind the bar.
That's something you should have fucking did, since you lost your fucking job anyway. They sent you packing, but that's okay,
I didn't
man.
lose it. I quit.
So, Chris, what did you do for Valentine's Day? Oh, I forgot. You're divorced.
Yeah, man. I didn't do anything.
You didn't. Have you got another girl? Have you even like thrown that hook out there?
No. I mean, I'm not out fishing right now, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just baiting?
Masturbating.
Too busy developing that firm, hard, good comedy set.
Yeah, that's right.
So what about you? What did you do for Valentine?
I just hung out here.
Probably slathered himself in cabbage or some fucking vegan bullshit.
I did. I actually ordered from a place called Vegan 15, and they had a Valentine special, dinner for one or two. So I did the one for one.
Dinner for one. It comes with dressing on the side and lotion on the side.
It's because they know vegans don't have dates, so they're like, "Oh, Valentine special, date for one."
Do you have something to put on a bloody asshole? I have a man coming over later. You know, I was great because I had a gig, so I brought her and I'm like, happy Valentine's Day. You know, but it was a mansion and it was haunted. So we're going to stay a night there. They have like a fucking, it's a bed and breakfast too. This place was unbelievable. Yeah. I'll have to get the name of it. I don't fucking know, but it was great. Crowds are ready to come back. They're there. They're not afraid. There was a guy that was 95, didn't even know where he wasn't afraid of COVID, wasn't afraid of, walking because he had a wheelchair. You know, it was like, it's so weird to see somebody that's supposed to be dying from this out having a good time. Well, he didn't know where he was, truthfully. He really didn't. It was like somebody asked him a question and he was like, huh? And we're like, okay, just fucking move on and die already. It was it was weird, but it was a good time. And, you know, it's nice to be back having a fucking good time again, living life again and getting the fuck out. You know, it's so fucking much fun, but it's going to get better. It's going to be great. And we are going to have the time of our lives soon, but we're going to have a time of our lives with Chris's picture. I just know it's going to be, you know, mine is just going to be fucking normal. You know what I mean? I'll probably be, you know, dressed up like Angus did when
it's
he was
obviously going to be in black and white.
black and white. Yeah.
Chipped out of stone.
We have a picture of Jesus's house with me on the wall.
Were you and Jesus friends?
Yeah, I mean, we used to fucking walk on water and then fucking turn it into wine and get fucked up, man. We get fucked up. And then
he's like, Bob, try this. It's holy water.
Yeah, yeah. And then they put him up on the cross, and he's like, "I'm so high," you know. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. I can't hang out with him when he's like this. But I guarantee you, Chris looks like he worked like in a coal mine at 6, 7, 8, 10, whatever age it is. There's nothing else he can look like as a kid.
Yeah,
and maybe even, you know what I mean, a drooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure he drooled a lot as a kid.
Yeah, you know, he looked like the bowling girl that Rob took out. You know, little drooling chart. You know, yeah. Let's see the picture. Put it up, Gino. I mean,
God,
this is going to be. Rob, what do you think about it?
Well, first of all, I would say this picture, his expression, it's like he can see into the future. That's what his audience looks like. The face when he's performing.
Oh my God. He looks like he's behind a desk or a couch and he's looking over going, Mom and Dad, you're not going to hit me with that baseball bat again. You have this kind of, you have puffed Down syndrome eyes. I mean, if you can actually say that.
Yeah.
You know, he looks like he just came, he's proud because he ate like 5 paint chips. And, like, he's got this look like, I don't know what, Chris, what do you think that's a normal picture for a child that's not retarded? I mean, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does. The only person that could possibly look more miserable than this is his parents.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah. They were like, do we have to keep this fucking thing? You look like a chubby earthworm. You know what I mean? You do. Like you're the skin thing, the ears on you. I just noticed the ears on you.
Yeah.
Holy
they're
fucking
abnormally large ears. And on that, even though it's on that giant retarded dome, the ears are even bigger.
It's unbelievable. It's like the first satellite dish ever had in this country. But it's like the parents probably just mumbled something. He's like, I heard that with those fucking ears. Look at that. Look at the one. I mean, the other one's hidden by his fucking big chubby fucking white red hair you had.
Maybe that's maybe that's why he's making that face. He hears his parents talking about getting rid of him.
Oh,
Whispering.
Maybe we should get him a dog so maybe it'll eat him. You know what I mean? It'll tear his big fucking pig hair off him and drag it around the fucking house and we can fucking get it fixed. God, put a hat on this fucking kid. Yeah, you know, right?
Yeah, I mean, the audience can see it, but it's Chris with his red hair and he's a baby and he's leaned over like a carpet or and
his fingers are like fucking like they're like toes, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Alien fingers.
It's unbelievable. You're not. He does look alien now. So I mean, I can see this.
Yeah.
I had a surgery when I was a kid. They moved them up here. So
what?
That was my toes. That was my toes.
Again. Oh, God.
Waka waka.
Oh, that was a joke. Okay.
Yeah. Sound a little more like an insult to the audience. But Chris comes up with great one-liners. I mean, we have fucking fun on this thing. But you look deformed. I mean, this is fucked up. Maybe we'll put another one of you, but maybe we'll just save them for down the road and we'll put all our stuff together.
Yeah. I do remember that when I was little, after that picture came out, I remember my dad saying to my mom, we should have punched baby in the soft spot.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a soft spot. Your head is definitely not soft. And you know, the only thing about your grandmother fingers, maybe, you know, they look like they have arthritis in that shit. They're like this, you know. It looks like you can climb a tree very easy without grabbing a limb, you know.
And how many brothers and sisters? I got another one up, and there's like, it's a room full of fucking kids. I don't know if that's your mom. She's holding a baby. There's you missing teeth. It looks like you're,
Yes.
But
Yes.
what did you? In West Virginia, they just lose all their baby teeth, and that's it.
No, listen. I'll tell you how I lost my teeth when I was about 10 years old. That top step on the ladder
punched him in the face.
that top step on a ladder that says this is not a step. It's not a step for sure. That's how I lost my teeth.
His mom was down there jiggling it.
Oh my God, they're out there with a welding torch on the metal fucking ladder. Yeah, you're missing teeth. You're like, how many brothers do you have?
I have two brothers. And
there looks like there's at least 4 kids here.
yeah, that's probably some cousins, and I think that picture is
Cousins in West Virginia. There's plenty of cousins.
Cousins / mates, partners.
Yeah, it was a single stance. So.
Well, you're you know what I mean. Your retardation stayed with you as a kid, and you know, like now you look a little less retarded, right?
I guess. I mean, maybe now that he has the teeth in, I don't know. Would you get caps or?
No, these are my real teeth, man.
Really?
In West Virginia, I want to see dental records.
He was known in school as a show off. Oh, look at Smiley over there. No, but that's good. I expected a retard and I got one, man. I'm so fucking happy. Yeah. But you're gonna be shocked when you see mine. You're gonna say, "Oh my God, you know, he should have been a kid model." Yeah, I mean, no, you're gonna say that.
I guarantee
I had
you,
the latest fashions. I had everything. I had the shorts. I had a nice shirt. I had a tie. You know,
you wore shorts and a tie,
dude.
I fucking buckwheat.
No, buckwheat. Yeah.
OT. I have a feeling that Bob's pictures is going to be like the pictures that come in the standard, like in every frame and stuff. It's
well, they should photos. Because you want to sell a frame, you're going to put me in it. You're not going to put fucking Rob in there. You end up leaving in there and then coming all over your dresser by accident. You know, you can't fucking do that shit. That's the whole thing that people don't understand. But Chris, as you put in, like if I own like a what is that, like what did the retards say, like
where did they say, like a group home or
whatever, retard home, you know? if I was gonna decorate around there, I would put like Chris Abel's like family pictures around, and they're like, wow, you see, they've been here for a while, this must be a good place.
Yeah,
they've been holding down retards here since 1978.
Now, are your parents related at all, Chris?
Yeah,
how they met?
No. So actually, this will probably blow your mind. My mother is Mexican and my father is white. So that
was she like a maid in the house? How did they meet?
Yeah. No, they met at school. So, and my grandmother on my mom's side hated that my mother
was she working as the janitor at the school?
Yeah. The lunch lady.
Your grandmother hated your dad?
Oh yeah, she hated that my mom was going to marry a white guy. So she absolutely hated that.
Not just a white guy; it's Chris Abel's dad.
Yeah, but it must suck to have your daughter have a better life. Fucking idiots, you know. Who? It doesn't matter who you fucking marry, as long as you're fucking happy. I don't give a shit. You know, I know I'm gonna be at Rob's. I might even be a best man and another best man at his wedding. You know, there might be 2 best men at his wedding. But you know, whatever he wants to do, I'll be right next to him. You know, you know what I mean. I'll be there to say, hey, I approve of what you do. You know?
Yeah, because they need a witness at those kind of weddings.
Yeah, and I'd be the first one to go, yeah, I'm a witness. He's a fucking fag. I know for sure he's a fucking fag. I'm telling you. He lives with a gay guy, and that just happened. Like, I could put an ad in Gay Magazine for a roommate, and the chances are I won't get a gay roommate.
Yeah, I said it's not he works at the bar. He's a bartender where I worked at, and I told him he could stay in that room for temporary.
I'll bet you did.
Stay in that room. Stay, that little room that
I have
you
him
can't
chained
get out.
in there in his underwear.
Those underwear are too loose.
Put this jock strap on.
So you going to get a job again, or are you just saying, fuck it, I'm not doing anything?
No, I have another job interview on Wednesday. I had a job interview last week, and I have another place that's interested in having me supervise over there.
Supervise? What place? Like a bar or?
Yeah, it's a bar and club. It's in Atlantic City.
Okay, well, you know, whatever. It's epidemic is almost over. Yeah, and I got some big news. We ended up taping a reunion show for Miserable Men. Can you fucking believe
nice.
that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking unbelievable.
That's awesome.
You know, that this is like 12 years, 13 years in the waiting that we haven't even talked, you know?
Yeah.
And it's fucking, it was amazing, you know, and everything's just great again. And, you know, I was going through a bad fucking time, you know, the fucking Xanax really caught up to me, but hey, man, I'm better now. And fucking, hey, it's time to keep going. We're going to have some fucking fun. So I'll let you guys know this is the last show. So pack your faggot pictures. You're never going to see mine. And get the fuck out of Rob Soul's house. That's now mine. Now that we have fucking ice, I can live in here. But yeah,
You
it's
dropped a Xanax on the floor.
I didn't drop no fucking Xanax, but I did look. Just in case somebody else did. I mean, look, if I wanted to take a Xanax, I could take one because I'm not hooked anymore. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, whenever somebody's like, oh, I don't drink anymore. I just love that when they're like 10 days, even like somebody wrote 3 years I'm sober.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, good for you, you know, or I'm in drugs. Good.
You got this, girl.
Yeah. One day at a time, you know what I mean? And I go, I don't beat my wife anymore. And they're like, good for you, Bob. You're doing better every day. I haven't hit her in 2 weeks. One day at a time, Bob. You know what I mean? I'm only hitting her at body shots now. Oh, he's trying so hard. He's trying so. It's unbelievable how we support.
He's gonna have a relapse tomorrow, and they're gonna tell him it's okay, one day at a time.
No, but yeah, I'll go back to hitting her. But the whole thing is how, like, you know, you're not supposed to drink and get fucked up and ruin your life. You're not supposed to do drugs and fuck up your life and everybody else's. Why are we, you know, oh, you stopped. Good for you. You know what I mean? It's like somebody that loses 300 pounds. You're like, you know, well, you shouldn't have got that fucking big. I'm not proud of you. I'm more fucking surprised that you got to 350 fucking pounds.
That takes some stamina. You should be proud of him for that.
Exactly.
You can eat.
Yeah, boy, your fucking jaw never gets tired, does it? But that's unbelievable that people are like I see somebody post a picture going, I lost 300 pounds, and they're still fat in the other picture. I see a comedian do that, and it's like, you must have been fucking huge, and he was. Yeah. But you know, but to still be fat after all that,
I know that's
like, oh my God. I mean, when you can scare babies, that's when you know there's something wrong with you. Because a baby's basically almost like a retarded kid, truthfully. They don't have anything. They're like, okay, you know, if I did this out, I'd be arrested. No, you know, when a hot woman, you can't do that shit. But a baby can do it. And if you fucking scare, like, I've never seen a picture of a retarded person holding a baby for that reason.
Yeah,
because it would terrify the kid. Yeah. You know, nightmares about fucking some. I want to hug the baby. Yeah, you want to. I squeezed so hard. Head fell off. A big retarded Chinese guy. Me squeeze head too big, too hard.
They pet the baby too hard.
I grabbed Chris Abel by big ear and dragged him around the room.
I would have let Chris Abels hold a baby.
No.
I might drool on it.
He's got saliva on my child again.
I was looking at the my Facebook feed today, and I saw there's these sisters that are 1,000 pounds.
Oh yeah,
and they came. One of them came out as pansexual today, which means she'll sleep with anything. Well, the big fucking news break there. This fucking monster will sleep with anything, like a man, woman.
And what is she? What is she?
They call it pansexual.
So, like I said, you would need a deep dish pizza to bring over to fuck her. You know, then she'll fucking throw those big fucking tree trunk legs open for you. You know what I mean? Her pussy is covered like a shed with a big roof on it. You know, I guarantee it with all that fucking fat. It's unbelievable. Nobody's going to, you can't fuck that unless you take out your dick, go on the hood of your car and have somebody floor it. That's the only way you're getting in. That's the only way you're getting into that. And that thing has to smell so fucking bad.
Well, yeah.
You know,
how could you even get around to washing it?
No, but you can't wash it. You can't because they can't get out of bed. Like I
By the
told
way,
you.
she has a boyfriend. I'm not going to tell you what color they are, but, but you can take a wild guess.
Well, you need a bigger dick to try to get through that. You know what I mean? It's like breaking out of prison or breaking into prison too.
Why do they have this fancy word pansexual if that just means that she'll sleep with anything? I mean, we used to call it a slut.
Yeah, but no, they're trying to be, you know, she's
Hit
trying to
them
put
with
it out there that, hey,
if you have a pulse, I'll fuck you.
yeah, I'm on the market, you know, Boston market.
I have a second to that.
God, you know, it's like, you know, it's like stop showing these images because little kids don't know better and they'll think that these are heroes. These aren't heroes. You know what I mean? These are people that can't control themselves. You know, they can't control eating. They can't control not shitting on the bed, you know? I mean, whatever bed they're on, I'm buying because if that can lift those motherfuckers, how comfortable would that be?
Yeah.
You know? You go to buy the fucking the bed and it has like a plastic over it with a big fucking picture of the big fucking fat pansexual.
I love when it shows the clips in the shows of them like taking a bath because somebody's got to be there to lift up their skin.
They gotta have a pool, like
No,
you know,
yeah.
like,
And they just do it like the Flintstones. They got an elephant that just squirts water on him and sucks it up. And they all three of them start going. And they're like, me, elephant. You know, the fucking how the fuck did those fucking girls get that big eating peanuts? Those fucking elephants. You know, it's scary. I mean, after you come, how disappointed are you gonna feel if you do fuck it? Like, how do you not take your life? How?
Yeah, I would be I don't know how I would live with myself after that.
I don't know how you live yourself now.
Well, I mean, that's a fair point, but that might push me over the edge.
Chris, what was the fattest girl you ever fucked?
Oh, let me see, man. Maybe 200, maybe 210 at the most.
Maybe 220 if you really looked at it back now.
I don't know. I was pretty fucking drunk, so.
And how horrible was it to leave? Like, you're in a small town, you fuck something like that. Well, how do you escape? Yeah, you know, you're gonna see it at every Burger King.
The best part is, so I was hammered and we fucked and stuff like that. She made me do the fucking walk of shame. She would not give me a ride back to my car.
Well, she never a fat chick fucking a retarded person. I don't know who actually wins that one. Let's put them on the scale and see. You know,
I was like,
probably actually the last girl I slept with, she was probably about 175, 180.
Yeah, because you're only like 110, right?
I wish. I'm 163 right now.
163.
She liked to go bowling and bring her kid and stuff.
No, it wasn't her. She was thin, but
yeah, but like I don't remember fucking. I think I did. Yeah. And then you know, the worst thing is, you know, if you get something to eat and they're in the bathroom for a while and you knew they just took a shit and you're like, oh God, I gotta sell.
I think the worst part was trying to get the fucking smell off afterwards.
Yeah.
No, it's just like sloppy. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like it sounds like when you're fucking a big girl, it's like plunging a toilet. You know what I mean? Those noises. And it's like
that suction.
Oh yeah. It's like fucking, and then you're like, oh man, I just gotta, you know, there's like seagulls circling, and it's just such a horrible fucking everything, you know.
And then you bust your nut, and she's like, "That was my belly button."
Where did you meet this fat girl? Were you hanging out in front of a Sheets in West Virginia? Just
no. Just a bar, man. Just a bar. So I was at a bar.
Well, listen, I lived in West Virginia for a little bit, and you're more likely to get a girl over 200 pounds there. That's like the majority.
But they go out at night. They stay out late. They're like,
that's when they feed.
Well, yeah, but they feed for drunken men too.
Yeah.
And you see them going close. Like all of a sudden the bar looks more full.
He doesn't even send her over a drink. He said, "Send a roasted chicken for the lady over there."
Get me, Lydia, a shot of mayonnaise on me.
Oh, speaking of shot of mayonnaise, man, you see Amy Schumer's doing those Hellman's commercials.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, she licked the fucking goddamn knife, and I'm like, what is she fucking doing?
She swallow it.
Yeah. Whatever you do, put it a little lower and lunge at it. Yeah, fucking goddamn. Yeah, she had a cooking show. I put it on one time. And she's making sex jokes about, I can't, you know what I mean? You got to be attractive to make sex jokes. You can't look like, you know what I mean? Like mayo. She looks like mayo, like a lump of mayo.
Yeah. Somebody had put out the best tweet. I don't remember who it was. And they said Amy Schumer is like 80% Hellman's. And I was like,
that's true. That is true. She's a fucking slob. And speaking of slobs, we're going to do the news, and then we have Geno Bisconte coming on. Let's see. Let me try to say. Okay, he's going to be angry. He's going to be hilarious. He's going to be loud, and he's going to
unshowered.
He's going to have that fucking headband on.
Oh, jeez.
And he's going to yell about Coronas. Corona. All right, so let's get to the news real quick, and then we'll have Geno come out and close out the show. What do you got?
Well, in honor of Valentine's Day being this past weekend, man, I started looking at some news stories about sexual couples that had bad experiences, and came across one that this man had popped a couple of Tic Tacs while he was down there. The lady was hooking up with this guy. He didn't like giving oral, but he decided to anyways. And
but he took the breath mint himself. So
why he was down there. Yeah.
So he put him in his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He rammed him in her pussy.
Wow, that's what I would have done. Because then I would have been like, yeah, you know what? I'm a little fresh. It's fresh. I'm waking up.
So he popped a couple of them while he was down there. She said, "What the hell, dude?" And then threw him out. And on a second story, there was a lady that decided to make something spicy for her and her boyfriend.
The jalapeno in her pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Why is your clit glowing?
I think this might be a cover-up, personally, because she was making a spicy stew recipe online that called for a bunch of habaneros. And so she claims that she had cut the habaneros up, put them in the stew, and then she proceeded to give the guy a hand job, and he started making funny noises and yelling, "Ow, ow, ow," as his dick was burning.
His dick was burning.
Yeah.
I can do that when I'm alone. When I was on coke, I would jerk off so much. And I'd spit in my hand. Next thing you know, it dries out, and my dick was like, it was like it looked like somebody on The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? It had all these burn marks on it, a little piece of fucking brain hanging out of there.
I've done that on coke too.
Oh my God, it's like, and then you come in, it's just a. And fucking you go, I gotta do it again. And then you fucking it just looks like somebody gave it an Indian burn.
Then you put on your pants the next day, and you're like,
And that's what I did. I had to say this to my wife one time. I go, I did this to me one time. You know what I mean? It's not nobody else there. It was me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we got Geno Bisconte coming up. We got good guests coming up. We'll always have fun with you guys. All right. So check out Geno. Join syndicateradio.tv on Facebook, Syndicate Radio, and then our YouTube thing. Just keep joining, listen to the shows. This is number 5. We'll have one each week, and we'll have great guests, and we'll have fun. So do what you got to do and stop being a bitch. Geno Bisconte coming up. Levyland with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Chris Abels, and Roger Saul.
Roger Paul.
Guess I have a new name.
I'm out. That's
No. Oh God, I forgot your name. I'm a little stoned, but okay, it's all right. With us tonight, we have Geno Bisconte, a longtime friend, the host of In Hot Water. Is the co-host that how it is? Okay, yeah, we were talking about that because Rob is big in radio now because he's an announcer.
Yeah.
He's going to be an announcer for maybe Chrissy Mayer. So he said that he's the next Ed McMahon.
I did not
Basically,
say
that's what he said. That's what an announcer was, Gino. He explained to me. I said I never heard of an announcer. You mean like the Price
He's never
is
heard
Right.
of an announcer.
I'm going to write this down, Bob, because I want to make sure I get it all. You know what I mean? I want all this fucking knowledge that's dripping from fucking Rob Saul, who's coming up to wear one of our shirts.
Exactly. That's what I deal with all the fucking time. But he went from being an announcer to he's got the COVID. Look, COVID is the flu with a better public.
Oh, I'm sending these out. These things are, I got called a grifter, Bob. Bob, you know your buddy Gino. I'm a grifter because of these stickers. I'm just trying to monetize COVID. I'm not the NFL. Fuck them. I'm out over 1,000 sending these out between the stickers and the mailers, and I'm not complaining. I love doing it. I love when the fans retweet them. I didn't mean to get off topic, but I love it. And the
fucking great.
Shirts are great too.
No, we don't have a topic. But the whole thing is that a topic. What do you think? What do you think you're doing? Fucking CBS Radio?
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me.
No, but I'm saying those things are great. I mean,
I gave him my address 2 months ago. Still haven't gotten one fucking sticker.
Really? I thought I sent yours out.
Nah.
Yeah, it's Rob Soul. Just put gay fuck on it and it'll show up at his house.
Problem is, I might have sent them to Roger Saul and it went to a picture in Midtown.
Could have been, yeah.
So now my eye doctor is walking around with that sticker.
Pretty much.
No, but it's great because so many people are going to watch this tonight and go, I want them. You know what I mean? Because every time I post it, people are like, where do you get that? And I always just put your tag in there and you don't know what it is. So you don't respond to them, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, please. It's whenever I tell people, they're like, where can I get them? Like, just DM me. But this is what goes on now. With
DM me real fucking deep, like we're in a fucking rest stop fucking bathroom.
No, that's something else, Bob, which is we don't even want to get into. I needed the money. But I'm just like... And people, and they do another word like, you're trying to monetize all this shit. Here's the simple fact of it. COVID is a really bad flu, in my opinion. It's not a hoax. You can't keep shutting shit down. And it's amazing how, literally, am I nuts to say they flipped the switch when you put Biden, or as I like to call him, and he's my president, but he's President Snow. Like, there's a wall around the Capitol. The guy just reads a teleprompter. He's a piece of fucking faggoty bullshit, and they sit there like, oh yeah, well, we got to get the vaccine to the world. No, because they killed Hank Aaron, and I'm all for executing blacks as much as anyone, but they killed Hank Aaron. I figured that. They killed him.
They did. There's no doubt about it. Tell these people more because people are idiots. They don't get that this guy was a healthy guy that was just up in his age and tells them what happened.
Dude, literally, he gets the vaccine, and he's just a regular dude. You know what Hank Aaron is? He's a guy. He's a guy living his life, and they reach out there and like, hey, we need to get black people to take the vaccine, so we need like figureheads to. I said figureheads to do this. And he goes out with some other civil rights thing. And if you look at the picture, and I'm sorry if you think it's conspiracy. If you look at the picture of him getting the shot, Bob, his arm, he looks like he could jack 3 out of the park right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He especially against this pitching. I mean, the Phillies bullpen, we have no middle relief. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that bullshit. Everyone's like, you excited you got back JT and Didi Gregorius. Can they pitch the 5th through the 8th innings? Anyway, 16 days later, they're like, oh, Hank Aaron died. How? Natural causes. First of all, there's no cause of death. And then days later, it's natural. I do a sports sheet. I say this all the time. Yeah. And whenever someone famous dies in sports, I write about it. And it's always Tommy Lasorda died of complications from like 2 different heart attacks. And Don Sutton, remember pitcher Dodgers? He was a fucking Philly killer. Fucking died of a brain cancer and all this stuff. And fucking when he died, like, he died peacefully in his sleep. How? With fucking gasping for air, saying I'm at peace now. And then they're like, he died of natural causes. no one dies of natural causes. The cause of death is always something, you know, complicated. But no, he was the first one. He's a real pioneer. He died he died because you injected him with aluminum laced COVID, you dipshit.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there saying, well, we got to, why are we throwing out vaccines? Because old people don't want them. Old people don't want it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we got to give it to smokers. We don't need it. I saw this study, Bob, and I don't know if I told you this yet. I know I told my boy Rob Saul when we're having cigars and I'm smoking down past the label. The French, you can't make this up, and I think it's great. I think you're going to love it, Bob. So when it tore through France last year, right, the doctors noticed a lot of the people dying weren't smokers, you know, and a lot of people smoke in France. So they did a study, and the study's still going on, but I believe it. They literally said that the nicotine from our cigarettes and cigars, it adheres to the same receptors in the cell as COVID. So when the COVID gets to the cell, it's sitting there smoking a cigarette going, no, I got this one. Just move on. And they're fucking doing a study to prove it. And they're like, well, we got to give it to smokers. No, this is who they need to give it to. And again, I'm over the It's common sense. And when I say this, doesn't this make sense? They're like, only 3% of the country got the vaccine. That's all that needs it. You give it to the people that are fucking immunocompromised, or whatever you want to call it, the high risk, and you let the rest of the 98% of the world live their fucking lives without it.
Exactly.
No, we got to shut down the world and make this vaccine. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah. And the old people, get the old people to take a vaccine, whatever it is.
Vaseline. Oh, that's not what you talked about earlier.
For them to take this needle, right? I'll say it like that, right? And to listen to somebody say to take it after COVID has killed all the old people. Now they're going to fucking get rid of the rest of them with a needle in them. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. And the way that, when did the world become this? When did the world you have to watch the episode we did, and it proved my point. Let me say his name. The fans of our show will know when I say Ethan Hirschenfeld is a very good actor. Right? And he's a really good guy. He's been on our show 3 times, but he proved my point more than ever. Because if you look at when he was first on over a year ago, it was before Daddy slimmed down, you know, because we were polishing a bottle of whiskey a day. And he looked great. Fast forward to him coming on the show and Skyping in. I'm not being vain. It's a complete 180. Because I look fucking skinnier and healthier because, you know, when COVID hit, don't get me wrong, Daddy's drinking again. Daddy loves his whiskey.
Thank goodness.
I said, let me get healthy just to make sure I'm safe. He is the same thing as all these people that I say all the time. If you wake up every day right now saying, I hope to God that COVID doesn't get me. And same with politics. If you wake up right now saying, I hope to God Biden can save me. I hope to God Trump is still president. And you're giving your control of your life to someone else and you're fucked. And if you look at fucking Ethan Hirschenfeld, who again, I love the guy. And that's why it upsets me. He's Howard Stern, Bob, your good friend. He's that fucking rich guy. You can watch. He's Skyping in from a cabin in Cape Cod. He looks like he's aged 30 years. Yeah. And he's just he's yelling, fucking you people are stupid. You're killing people. You're killing grandmothers, because he's giving control of his life to this false fucking narrative. I wake up every day. I forget to wear my mask. Thank God. You know what I mean? I don't wear it on the subway until someone gives me a dirty look, not even a dirty look, then I won't wear it. But if someone like 80 years old gets on, or older like Bob gets on the subway, look at my face. Look at my face. Bob, how much do I adore you, Bob Levy? Bob Levy is here's my favorite Bob Levy story, and there's a lot of them.
Okay. Yeah.
When I first got my start in comedy, I blame Bob Levy because he would take me everywhere. And I did it at Pancho O'Hara's. Yes. And I meet Bob, and I'll never forget. He's like, how long have you been doing? I'm like, 6 months. He's like, hey, for 6 months, you're great. Just keep doing it. If I bump into you again 7 months later, I bump into him. He's like, hey, still doing it? Takes me on the road. So I'm doing it with him for a year. And, you know, I'm getting my chops. So finally, he opens a new room, and he says to me, and look at my face, because it's one of the great. He goes, look, I'm opening a new room. I need a really good first show. I need you to host it. And he goes, I'll pay you. He goes, I'll pay you $100. I said, pay me 50, but you have to say you're a great host and I need you for the show. And Levy, there's a pause. Levy's like, look, I'm just going to give you 100. I'll see you there. And he hangs up. And I sit there like, I'm the coolest man. But he's
That's why I need some of these stories. We're writing a book now, and I just want to have like some people I came up with that I, met around, during this time and just tell the stories and just plug their shit because this is hilarious shit.
I was telling this story. We were at the casino this weekend, and I was, I was telling the Mr. Bob story. Me and Bob are in Utica. Yeah, I know. Quit bragging. And we're so fucking bored. So I just start calling him Mr. Bob. And whenever we walk through, I'm like, Mr. Bob is coming through the lobby. And they're just, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm
then
like
I call down from the room, Mr. Bob would like, that club sandwich that he got was delicious. Okay, thanks. I just said, Mr. Bob is coming downstairs now. All right.
Yeah, that was the best.
And we're laughing like idiots. We're like, are these guys retarded? Mr. Bob had a great stay. Thank you. And the whole weekend, and we're dying.
Yeah,
and it's so stupid.
The funniest thing was when I come out of the elevator, he's ahead of me, and he goes, Mr. Bob will be coming through the lobby now. And I have to walk by after being announced.
And Bob's walking through like this.
Thank you. Those cookies were very fresh.
They're just like, are these guys retarded? And then it happened. We're like, we got to find out who this Mr. Bob guy is. We're missing a real opportunity here.
Mr. Bob will be coming through. Please don't make any eye contact.
Please do not look directly at Mr. Bob. Please.
And Gino, the funny thing is that Mr. Bob saying, I put that into one of my jokes, and you'll probably remember it now. I go, if I ever get married again, I'm getting a girl from China. You know what I mean? No English at all. All she's going to say is Mr. Bob never hit in face.
Mr. Bob, good man. He no hit in face. What was it? We were at a secret show, and I'm like, here are my 3 favorite Bob Levy jokes of all time. And you just hear Bob in the back going, ah!
I don't remember some of them.
Mr. Bob, good man. He no hit in face. One time a woman blew me and spit the cum out the window, and I said, that's no way to bring up my kids.
Oh God.
Oh, and my favorite one from the road. We're on her, and like Digger the cat, when we were doing a road gig, I can't sit still and he won't let me sleep. He goes, Gino, let's play a game. It's called Shut the Fuck Up. You go first.
He just doesn't stop. It's like having a wild cat that doesn't want to be in your car, and you drive to Canada. All right.
Yeah.
He's out of fucking control. But how funny would it be if we all got fucked up one night and we all filmed us doing the other one's act?
Oh, God. We just had Shuli on our show, and I gave him mad props and told him how jealous I was that me or you didn't think of this first.
Okay.
Shuli has 2 albums out. The sober, he did 2 albums. It was him doing his set sober. He got fucked up and then did the same set drunk. And
wow, that is amazing.
How did we not think of that? And because we're just drunks. We're not.
Why think about being sober?
And Bob, I tell everyone, you got to listen. Like, if you listen to just one set, that's fine. But if you listen in order to both, like, you don't just start listening to the sober one, and before you know, you're halfway through the drunk one, and he does the drunk one in reverse because he's so drunk. It's like Memento. He can't remember anything but the last joke he did, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that joke leads in." And I'm listening, and I'm like, "This drunk savant is making my day." Yeah, and I'm like, how did we not think of that? Just the drunk things we've done.
Oh my God. Like we lived it every night. It was no in between.
Yeah.
It was like so much fun. Now it's different. Now people, you go there and there's just comedians a pain in the asses. It's like, I want to work with my friends. I don't want to work with somebody.
We were talking about this, Bob, and like these kids today, I mean it. I'll say it. Hold on. Let me sit in my rocker. Bob, these kids today, it's not their fault. Like, there's some bullshit going on. And I'll say the name because I'm not mad at him. Like, Ski Mask Collective, the kid, the guy that hosts it, he said Aaron Berg, he was mad he wasn't on the show this weekend at fucking AC. And he's like, Aaron Berg isn't funny. Rich Voss is garbage. And here's the problem why it's not his fault. Because when we started doing comedy, Bob, to this day, I still fucking look up to you because I know I owe so much to you. There's a respect you have. You know what I mean? And I used to say, when I got to New York, you'd look at the comics table at the Cellar and you'd see Patrice and Louis C.K. and fucking even Norton. And you'd be like, I can't go talk to these people. I can't unless, because you have to earn it. But now these kids today are like, well, I do a podcast and Gino and Aaron do a podcast and Bob Levy does a podcast. So obviously I'm as talented as them. And it's not even their fault, really, because that's the world we live in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, I heard that, and I was like, I mean, to say that, first of all, that Aaron is not a good comedian is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I told that to my brother, and Aaron's like, and my brother's like, he's funnier than you. I'm like, well, that tells me nothing. But Aaron is, he's hysterical.
I didn't need
And
you
my
to-
brother is, as Bob Levy, and I still use this, the funny Bisconte, as Bob Levy
Yeah.
calls my brother Pete.
But like, you know, you asked him for, you know, you told him a story, and he had to hurt you by saying he brought you into it, saying he's funnier than you. But that's okay. You know what I mean? I love.
Yeah.
It. But the whole thing is, he's hilarious, right?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
2, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
3, he can beat the fuck out of you anytime he wanted off stage.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
So I say to myself, why would you do such a thing? Is it because you think I'm going to have a feud with them and this is going to be good for me?
Yeah.
How can you think that?
Yeah.
How in your mind can you think that? Oh, this is what Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony did.
Yeah.
No,
Not.
you can't talk like that. This is a suicide.
Maybe he was trying to get them to talk about him in Hot Water.
Well,
Thinking it would direct
it
people.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
No, because we didn't really on Hot Water, but I'll say this, and again, I'm bragging about me and Bob. We're drunks, but we're not alcoholics. Like me and Bob are fucking drunks, okay? And no, dude, I'm bragging, so I hope I'm not. But he was drunk. He started drinking again, and he just starts saying stupid shit. I've said a lot of things drunk, but there's never been a time where I'm like, and this is probably a problem. There's never been a time where I wake up and I'm like, wow, I shouldn't have said that drunk. Everything I say drunk, I'm like, well, that's what I said. We move on.
Exactly. There's no apology.
Yeah, and trust me, like when I did the roast of Kevin Brennan and I'm hammered and Alex has a meltdown and the next day they're like, you're banned from fucking. I'm like, I'm not banned. Let me go talk to him. And I go talk to him and then I start working the stand because, you know, we're laughing. I'm like, yeah, just fucking, we're not mad at you. But that's the thing. It's like, we've never said anything drunk or sober that we can't come back from. And you know what I mean? And again, Bob, I think it's a problem because maybe that would make us stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's true. Like when I seen it on a clip from Kevin Brennan's show, and
He's so fucking funny. Go on, I'm sorry, buddy.
I love his show. I mean, I love doing shit with him on anything. It's just fucking so easy to me because he's so brilliant. And I seen that broke there, and I said, this is like C and Evan fake news. You know what I mean? To hear that fucking Aaron Berg is not funny. This is like you would read in one of those shit rags. You know what I mean? That sell about their family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is.
But it's also laughable to us because if you say like. We fear, I'm trying to think of it, but the bottom line is it doesn't bother us because we know it's not true. You know what I mean? Like we've been going at it with Mike Figs, who again, I'm saying his name because I love him too.
Yeah.
But he's another one that's getting ahead of himself and he thinks he deserves all this. Like, pay your fucking dues. Like, you know, I always bring up Bob and you'll fucking, and again, why do I have to bring it up? Because I owe this to Bob. Scott Farrell does a sports show, and he was like on Howard 101. Watch me tie it in and give you props, Bob. We used to do a thing called Murderers Row at Caroline's, and there was some show, and back before Bob booked it, fucking Casey used to book it, and it was an awful show. So I'm hosting it. The show sucks, and fucking Bob is on Scott Farrell, and he goes, yeah, Gino sucks. He said that about me to you, and you're like, he's like, he doesn't suck. He's like, I saw him at the Caroline's. He's like, that show was awful. He's like, I'm going to book another show. Come back. He comes back. I crush at it. Yeah. And then I'm on Farrell every Monday night during football season.
Wow.
Sports because of me. Oh, because of me knowing Bob Levy. And I always gave you props, right? But here's the thing. He never once offered me money. I never once asked for money. And it was never even an issue about money because we're literally saying, I'm on fucking Sirius XM radio 3 hours with the best sports guy. And in hindsight, it helped me fucking, you know, with my brand and everything. But if you're worried about getting paid already for this shit, you know, you're never going to get better. You're never going to get better. Maybe that's what happened to Saul. I don't know. This Roger Saul guy, Rob Saul, genius. This Roger Saul guy.
Yeah, I know. I don't get the whole podcasting.
Double O nobody. Roger Saul.
when Bob had his kid Dominic, who's how old now? 20? How old is he now?
21. He'll be 22 in February.
I used to go by his house for a show, and I'd pick up the kid. He would start crying. And Bob would be like, he's terrified of middles.
Yeah. He doesn't cry when headliners hold him.
He's terrified of middles, Gino, you motherfucker. Oh, I love that. I love that. He's terrified of middles.
I gotta go on in hot water again. I love that show. I haven't listened in a while. I'm starting to listen again. I'm just going to listen from like November on and get all the way through and just see everything that new again, you know? And
it is so brilliant and so stupid. And I know it's my show, but anyone that it's what you need. It's just like you just what was the time you were on last, Bob? And they were putting some stupid character on that I hate. I can't remember, like it was Cookie Boy or something, and it's always gay porn. And I'm like, I don't want to see Cookie Boy. And Levy goes like this, I want to see Cookie Boy.
Yeah, because
Bob, I'd like to see Cookie Boy.
You got to edge on the other character, which is Aaron. You understand? I know you hate it. It's always taking one side, the other side. This is comedy. You all agree with this on top. Then you go for the jokes on the bottom part of it. Yeah. So you're not offending. You're offending either both people or nobody. And when you offend nobody, you have the perfect show because they understand what they are getting. And that's the key. And that's why I love you guys' show, because you do what you're doing, something you believe in. That's funny. And that's the key to doing it, not trying to be like everybody else. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen that much gay porn on any show ever, but am I offended by, do I watch it at home? No.
It's funny. I was against it for the longest time, and I will admit now, it's funny. It's funny. And I'm the one at the desk, so I'm the one that always puts it on. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, they think, you said it, like, they think I'm the host. Let me tell you, I'm the third mic on that show. Fucking Garrett, Steve, and Aaron are the first mic. The callers are the second mic. And I just sit there. And when something's funny, they're like, this guy's a genius. And when there's gay porn up, it's like, why does this guy keep showing gay porn? I'm like, I don't have a button that says gay porn on my desk. Okay?
I do.
But,
Rob does.
Rob does. So
no, but that's the key of it. And the funny thing also that people don't know, what becomes funny is when people are really mad about it and they write to you and call you about the gay porn. That's a funny, it's not a bit. I don't like to call it a bit, but it becomes something funny because they're very angry. They love you guys, but they hate this one thing. And it really upsets them, probably because they're a little homosexual inside. They don't want to say anything. And now they're yelling at you to get it off. And you're like, I have no control.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time they showed some guy with his ass. I'm gonna say it right now. That guy's got a great ass. I'm like, I can't stop looking at it. It was some Asian guy in some post, and I'm like, and then fucking, I forget who comes on, but a gay guy's like, well, that's a photoshopped ass. I'm like, is it? Because it's very feminine. He's like, it is. I'm like, why are we talking about gay porn for 20 minutes? But then callers fucking, and it's the show. It's the show, and I say to Aaron all the time, you know, I'm like, we're so lucky because, like, I used to love Stern. He's dead to me. I love Calvin Cowherd for the sports I do. And he's a guy, he gets in 3-4 hours early, fucking goes with a writing team. We show up and just start talking to each other and our fans. And that's the show. And you couldn't do it any other way. And people, I'm sure you're the same, but people don't understand. Like, what do you, and we always jokingly go, this isn't how it went in rehearsal.
Exactly. Because that's the key thing. If you can't stay, when you're a Bronco, you can't stay straight. When you get out of the thing, you're just all over the place. That's when I look at how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be that good to begin with. And then once you let loose, it's any direction that happens. You can have 4 things written down like I do.
Yeah, but then he can't read them.
But I can't read them either.
I can't.
We've been over that. But the whole thing is that
maybe you need a sharper crayon, Bob.
No, but if I use this, I would not be funny if I use this.
And me and Aaron, we'll talk. Sometimes he'll call me over the weekend and we'll start talking and we'll be cracking up and we'll try and bring that thing up on Monday's show. And it's not good. It's not as good because we're doing a bit and you can't. Here's what you do. This fucking idiot will be, this, like the gay picture, like, well, whatever, the childhood picture of him a few weeks ago. Yeah.
I knew he had some kind of gay picture that would be like child porn, and he does. So, you know.
Of course.
So I'll send it to you. but that
Look, he's getting excited.
Yeah. You can't have the same, you know.
Nothing that Gino hasn't already seen of mine.
Oh, really?
What do I have?
Oh God, I love this. This is like just hanging out backstage before the show. And
Remember that world, Bob? Because I don't.
well, we're gonna again. You know,
I was saying, I said this, and this is how lucky. Like, I think people like us, it's a blessing and a beast to be so, I don't want to say unaffected, but so little affected by this pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, I'm lucky that when it started, fucking Aaron went to Delaware, he took his wife because, you know, we were playing by the rules and we didn't know. And remember when we believed the government? Remember a year ago? And Aaron's like, well, my wife took these drugs that make her kind of immunocompromised. I'm like, get out of here. So he went to Delaware. I go into work every day. I'm doing the show. And, you know, at first I'm like, am I going to die of COVID? And then after about 3 months, I'm like, I don't even have COVID. I'm getting livid. I didn't. But the point is,
no, the point is, if you beat AIDS, how's COVID going to get you?
Yeah.
I'm not immunocompromised. I didn't beat AIDS. I laid into it. Now,
I leaned. I nudged it.
But it's a blessing and a beast because I'm here 4 months and that's how I got skinny. I stopped drinking, not for any other reason. And I'm drinking again because it's fun again. But I used to always say, like, I don't know what time, and Rob knows, he witnessed it many times. I said, I don't know what time you have to get up in the morning to get to Midtown Manhattan at 9 a.m. with a bottle of Jameson. But when you show up there, I'm going to drink it with you. And because I was raised right, what am I going to do, Bob? I'm going to take you across the street to drink with me. So I was drinking 3 bottles of Jameson a week. Honest to God, no exaggeration, okay? But when people couldn't come in the studio and we couldn't go across the street, I didn't come home and drink. That's no fun, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But then my point is, so 4 months in, I'm in this fucking group. Do the show, write the sheet, don't do comedy because it's not there. But I actually didn't feel like I was missing anything when I would stay at home, watch sports, and do the sheet. Well, sports that weren't on. But after about 4 months, that's when it hits you. You're like, why am I in Manhattan paying all this rent again? Oh yeah, so I can go out and do comedy every night. And I can't, and it really hit me. And again, this is the perfect example of what a blessing and a beast it is to be this unaffected. Like your phone now, it fucks with you, and it puts up like your memories on Google things. Yeah. So my birthday, December 29th, the night of the 28th, I'm sitting here and I get all these pictures. The 3 past years, I've done a birthday show at New York Comedy Club. I'd forgotten. I literally am sitting. Yeah. I'd almost forgotten. I'm sitting. I'm like at home, going, why am I not doing anything the night of my birthday? And then I see these pictures and I'm fucking depressed. I feel like, but luckily for me, the next day I go into the studio to do a show. It's actually, we were filming a Gum Friday Patreon show, and it's the 4 of us, me, Garrett, Steve, and Aaron doing the show. And Aaron gets steaks from Keen's. We sit there at the desks and eat them for bonus footage. And I'm thinking 99.999% of America can't do that. And that made me fucking so thankful. But I'm like, people are just going to start offing themselves. Because you can't take so much from them for so fucking long. And I think the most frustrating part is, and not give them answers when they ask. Yeah. Not give them, I think the election was stolen. It wasn't. Okay, fine, it wasn't. I'm not even getting into that. All right, I think COVID I think we should be allowed outside. People are dying. I don't say it. They're dying. You're stupid. And you're just like, well, no. And that's the frustrating part that I think that's the helpless feeling. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine if you can use that in an argument with you? Like if my wife goes, you fucked a girl. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's over. Yeah. It's over. No more. You can't
has that worked yet, Bob? Because last check, you were 0 for 4 with that.
You know, it's funny. I lost my wedding ring in the snow when I was like brushing the snow.
I saw the Facebook post.
Yeah. And it was like, it's like, I say to her, I lost the ring, and she goes, we'll just get another one. And then she goes, you know what she says to me? She says, I'll go to the $5 and up and I'll get you a ring. And she wrote that on Twitter, and I go, I don't want you to spend that kind of money on me. But you know what I mean? She insults me first, so I have to go another way. But it's like when you're in a thing like that, it's like this ring actually means something to me. None of the other ones really did. I mean, they were on when I was getting blown by other women, you know? Here, I'm just petting a dog and I feel bad.
Oh, yeah. And dudes.
And I mean, it's just like.
Well, this ring's especially important for Bob because at his age, he'll forget he's married if it's not on there.
You see?
Your wife.
He's got one in the He's got one in the chamber once in a while. So Gino, I have to come up and do it in hot water. I have.
Yeah,
to.
get up here. You know you're always welcome, Bob.
Well, anything you have open, I can do anytime next week, anytime, whatever. If it's open, it's open. Okay.
Yeah. Just email me as soon as you know what day you're available, and I'll just tell Ari that you're coming in because we don't have guests come in, and we love when they do.
Okay.
You know, and I don't know, like, because E-Rock's, you know, in charge of all that, and I think E-Rock. Someone said he has a pre-existing condition, and I'm like, he has 285 pre-existing conditions. But we love the guy, but he's another one that I get mad at sometimes. And this is another thing about the world we live in. When you get mad at someone on social media, it's awful. But when you get mad at a friend of yours, like I've had shouting matches with E-Rock, with Drew, the producer, because they're my friends, and you fight with your friends and family.
Yeah.
We're all good, you know. And I've had it out with I'm like, no, I'm bringing a guest in. And he's like, what? I'm like, I don't care. He's like, okay, but I'm not going to be here. I'm like, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Because we want people in the studio. You can't convince me that look, your body is an amazing thing. Women's too, Roger Saul. It's amazing. And when people are like, are you going to get the vaccine? Like, look, if you have kids, get them vaccinated. I'm not an anti-vaxxer because they don't have an immune system when they're born. But when you have 52 years of reps in, and you've beaten, you know, and you've beaten AIDS twice. Then your body should be able to beat a really bad flu. And if I get it, fucking sucks, but get through it. That's the other thing. When did we become a country of cowards? And don't get me wrong, I'm as big a pussy as you'll meet in a lot of ways. I've never been in a fight. I hate confrontation. But when people are like, this is what I get when I post a fucking sticker up, just product placement. They're like, oh my God, Gino has to learn the hard way and get COVID. It knocked me on my ass. Okay, you're proving my point. It's okay that it knocked you on your ass. I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to be the pussy that's like, I don't want to get sick again. Everyone stay inside. No, and this is why I have trouble. And again, it's common sense, and I'll make it just about the election for this. If you believe that Obama got 61 million, and I do, and Trump got 71 million, and I do, you're going to tell me Biden got 81 million when these two guys stood side by side in a debate talking about COVID, and fucking Trump said to a country that's founded on fucking, you know, rebellion and freedom, and he goes, we're going to have to learn to live with COVID. And Joe Biden says, we have to prepare for a cold, dark winter. And you're telling me 81 million Americans said, yeah, I like that coward's idea. The guy that hid in the basement for 6 months, let's go with him. No.
It didn't.
You know what I mean? And that's, you have to not be afraid. You have to be not afraid of getting COVID. And if you are, you'll be like, look, I'll take care of myself. I'll fucking stay healthy, you know? But the second fucking you're like, look, I'm a fat fuck and you guys have to stay inside because I don't want to get sick. What kind of country is this?
But when did all of a sudden fat people get, you know, oh my God, it's my health. You have no health.
Yeah.
You're a fat fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? This disease was made for you because you don't give a shit about yourself.
All right,
so don't fucking tell me what to do.
With him.
What?
Gino's got to work with him. Don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's true. It's like, and what fucking Cuomo is doing, fucking, he killed the elderly, and then he fucking put the false narrative up that he needs to go to jail, where literally they put people with COVID back in the nursing home to kill people with COVID, and then he made the numbers lie because he would take the people who were dying out of the nursing home, they die in the hospital, and he'd be like, well, they treat it not as a nursing home death, but as a hospital death. So you had people believing that guys like us three were staggering into the ER and dropping dead of COVID when they were fucking gurneying in someone with 8 fucking life support tubes in them that fucking got infected with COVID because Cuomo put these people back in the home. And they're like, yep, but don't worry, fucking nursing homes aren't that bad. I heard a number that 80% of all the deaths from COVID were in the 3 states that are Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York, and mostly in nursing homes. And this is the most galling thing of all. I don't know if you saw what Governor Murphy said earlier this week. He goes, with that snowstorm, he's like, you should wear a mask and be a good neighbor when you're shoveling snow. Okay. What? Yeah. Are you nuts? Like one, you're outside. 2, how many times do you read stories this time of year people collapsed of a heart attack from shoveling snow? But now, just to up the ante, why don't we fucking cut off your oxygen intake and replace it with CO2 while you're doing the most strenuous thing you've done all year? You've sat on your couch all year like, let me go shovel the snow. Exactly. I don't know if he's stupid or Hitler. Oh, that's a terrible thing. Somebody said it perfectly the other day. They're like, please, would you stop dragging Hitler into this? And they're right.
Yeah.
Hitler is fucking doesn't deserve the shit he's got in the past year. It's like, just stop. This isn't even about Hitler anymore.
He needs a better publisher.
He does.
Gino, I swear to God,
Stalin with a better publicist.
Gino, I swear to God, the headline in the Press of Atlantic City the other day, no joke, was said studies show that wearing 2 masks can help prevent. I'm like, this is the headline in the news. Now they want you to wear 2 of them. That's fucking.
I've heard 3. I've heard up to 3. And the bottom line is, Fauci's like, you don't need to wear masks. Then he says you do, and now he needs to says you need to wear 2. And I'm not that guy going like, you don't need to wear any. Fauci said, I'm like, Fauci said none, 1, 2. It's like, I'm done. I'm done with this guy. And dude, there is certain people, and maybe I'm just getting old. Bob, you're like, do you ever look at people like I'm not a religious guy. I consider myself spiritual, but when I look at Nancy Pelosi talk, when Adam Schiff, who I never heard of until this whole first impeachment. I look at guys like Schiff, Pelosi, and even fucking what's his name, Fauci now. And when they talk, I'm like, you need to go to hell. Mm-hmm. Not go to hell. You need to fucking spend eternity in hell for what you're doing to people in this life right now. And it's a terrible thing to say. And I'm sorry that I'm saying it, but that is awful. How I feel.
So you're saying that's an awful thought, but you're saying that these people should be forced to live with Rob Saul?
that is pretty bad.
That's pretty fucking.
It's not Roger Saul, that guy.
All right, we got to get going. But listen, in hot water, him and Aaron Berg and the rest of the gang. Really, it's a whole package that makes the show. You know what I mean? And
such a great following.
And at Compound Media, that's where you can see the package working the way it's supposed to work, how it's a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just works. And
it's me and Aaron and Garrett and Steve, the producers, and it's literally it's 4 of us, and we go in and we just try and crack the other 3 guys up, and that's the formula, and it's fucking fun. It is
fun. I'm telling you, just check it out. You can get like a week or 10 days free, right, on compoundmedia.com.
There's codes now. It's CM 1 month, CM 3 month, CM 12 month. If you subscribe, and I'm going to say, if you don't, you're stupid, because all of regular TV, it's free, and it should be, because it's garbage. Okay. And you have to start paying for, like, we're older. I'm one of the fucking first people that used to say, why do you have to pay for it if it's online? Because that's where you get it now. And it's not us versus things like Gas Digital. I say all the time, I'm subscribed to Gas Digital. I never watch it anymore. I don't have time. But you got to support these people that are like, you have to pay for this. I want it for free. You get what you pay for. And $9 a month, less the fucking 10. You're paying $7 a month for fucking, you get shows every day. We're on 4 times a week. The Boss is on 4 times a week. Morning's on 4 times a week. You get Talib Starks, Don Jameson, fucking Chrissy Mayer, all these shows. It's a network, and it's like stealing for $10 a month.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because even like Amazon or whatever, even like TLC, that channel, they took it to online to pay for like $4 or something a month, or $6 a month. Now,
well, they're all doing it now.
They're all doing it.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is that the cable that you paid for was pretty shitty anyway, and now it's getting worse because they want you to go somewhere else and buy. So they're not doing it good there. So it's going to be worse, and you're going to have to pay other places. Why not go where it's entertaining?
I don't even have cable anymore. I just pay for internet. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know why I have cable, because all I watch is Me TV, and you can watch those like, me with Columbo. I watch that now because I just got sick of watching the news. I listen to Colin Cowherd on the walk home from work for my sheet, just to get my fucking sports info. I listen to The Boss on the walk home a lot of times. I, of course, listen to this show, which is fantastic now. How many episodes in? But that's it. It's like, what is there on TV that I need to watch? Live sports? Not after football, and you can watch that on Hulu. I'm done with it. I don't know why I still have cable. I have to get rid of it, Rob. You're right.
I'm getting rid of it. I said to the wife, yesterday, I said, we're done with it now, the Super Bowl. Boom. There's not now.
What do you like in the Super Bowl? I think I know I'm going to be rooting for Brady, but I think
I don't know, because the game happened 2 weeks ago, Gino.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so we know who won, but it's funny when we make believe we don't know what happened. But that was a fucked up game. That's all I want to say.
I kept saying 2 weeks ago it could go either way, like Roger Saul at a gay bar. I gotta go too. I gotta get to my show, but I fucking love you guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Love you, brother. Unbelievable, Geno Bisconte. In hot water, and compoundmedia.com. Sign up. Don't be a fool. Use a code. Enjoy yourself. And we got to go. That was funny.
Yeah, I love Gino.
Yeah. Thank you, Bullet. You got something to say?
I was just going to say it's on Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. in hot water.
Yes, you're going to love it. All the shows on there. Levyland will be back next week with Rob Soul, Chris Sables, me, the Reverend Bob Levy, on syndicateradio.tv.
Yeah. Welcome to Levyland, cocksuckers. Flip you off with a steady hand, squirting on your hot mother, and she's loving it like hot butter. All up in her clam, wham, bam, shit is not subtle. The Rev King, Bob Levy, is back. Speedy with the insults, you ain't safe in the chat. Dino's the man with the plan, runs the whole show when it comes down to Syndicate Radio. Nah, this ain't your average podcast. Political bypass, safe space, my ass. Roasting everyone you admire, the best comics in the business and the fuel to the fire. Plus their advice on women's impeccable. If I was you, I'd tune into the spectacle. Syndicateradio.tv. Sit back, relax, and spark the trees.